My name is Kaburo Kobia, and I'm the project manager for local digital content at the Kenya ICT board.
Yeah, so take us through what was the process for selection of the winners? How did you undergo? How did you select them?
All right, so we had a call for proposal for the grant, for the digital content and software application grant. The whole process was online, so people applied online. Once the deadline was closed, we had a independent consultant that went through each and every proposal. So the consultant goes through the proposal and grades them. Once they're graded, the top proposals are then submitted to the grants committee, which is made up of people from academia, from government, and from the private sector. And so the panel then look at the top proposals and select the winners for the grant. So what we've announced today is winners for the first category, which is the government information portal, firms. So firms that applied for the submitted proposals for the government information portal. 7 winners in total. Later, at the end of September, we're going to announce the rest, the other categories. So that's private sector firms, private sector individuals, and government information portal individuals.
So we'll set a total of how many winners by the conclusion of the first phase?
All right, so what we actually have a goal to give out, about a bit less than a third of the total $4 million. So as we look at through the projects, if we get a project that's really good but is asking for less money, that will give us an opportunity maybe to give a few more. But what we want to do is we think now we'll be giving 7 firms in the private sector, 5 individuals in the private sector, and 5 individuals in the government information portal.
Are there any requirements on the winners of the grants, like must the content be hosted locally?
Yeah, of course, the work has to be done locally, the content has to be hosted locally, so, like if you're developing any software, it has to be done locally. This is, of course, to spur the economy, the Kenyan economy, so we don't expect people then to outsource to India, of course.
Okay.
So, yeah, we want the content hosted locally, the work done here in Kenya, all that money should be spent in Kenya to develop this economy here.
So you'll be auditing the spending?
So, we won't go into actual very detailed auditing of the spending, but we're working with each of the grantees, yeah? So we'll be signing up a contract with each of them. They'll go through the contract. If they accept the terms of the contract, then we give them the first tranche of the money. Within the contract, we will outline the milestones, 3 or 4 milestones for their project, and how much money they need for each milestone. So we'll be evaluating the milestones, but they won't have to bring us back receipts, or won't be, doing extensive auditing, but we'll be following them throughout the project. So we have a monitoring and evaluation component that they have to respond to, and yeah.
Are they expected to return the money?
Return?
Yeah.
Why? No. This is a grant. It's a grant from the World Bank. So actually, it's not a loan. Yeah. So it's like seed money. It's just to help them grow their business and for them to become successful.
Yeah. Any future plans, like for another round of grants after the 4 million is over?
So actually, we're not giving the 4 million now. We're giving it in 3 rounds. So this is round 1 for the 4 million. We'll have a second round next year and a third round. Yeah.
Okay.
But once we're done with this whole 4 million, granting isn't the way to really spur an economy. Of course, it's an open capital market, and companies should definitely be able to compete in the market. What we're hoping that this will demonstrate for financial institutions and investors that IT projects are fundable. So hopefully in 3 years, someone with a really great IT project is able to go to a bank and they'll be like, oh yeah, we've seen projects like this funded and succeed, so that they'll be able then to fund those projects. So that's what we're hoping for. It's not a permanent solution that will forever be granting IT projects. We just want to spur the economy and the financial industry and the ICT sector.
So is there a way you're able to determine that the projects that are won, that it's what the public want? Like, they want to be a danger of a project being like a white elephant, just there but no one accessing it.
Yeah, that's why we have a committee of experts, that from the industry as well, so that they can also, tell us, hopefully can judge and see this is something that already exists or that's not needed. But of course, you know, some of these projects, some might not work out, some might work out. That's how life is. But the idea is that these people would have had an opportunity to start a business. And if you're a true entrepreneur, because your first business doesn't work, doesn't mean it's over for you. You know, you'll go and start the second business. So for us, as long as that person has had that experience of starting a business, how to, you know, how to plan, how to budget and all of that, we're quite confident that anyone with a bright idea will be able to get even another bright idea.
Yeah, I think that will be all.
Okay.
Thank you.